Hi, thank you for taking the time to view this simple little video on the Simply Search add-in for Microsoft Access. What is Simply Search? It's simply an easy way to install a tool into almost any form to search memo and text fields in Access. What makes it special? Well, it can be integrated into virtually any form. And I mean any form. Your results will display in a nearly exact duplicate of the form you searched from. The results can be filtered and sorted the same way as you would with any other form. Any command buttons or controls that you have on your current form will be active in the search form also. And you can have it working in less than 3 minutes with no programming knowledge. And in just a few minutes I will show you how that's done. In order to use Simply Search, there are a couple of requirements. One is the form must contain a primary key. That's essential in order to be able to do the linkage for the search. The other thing that's required is the tag property that's associated with all fields in Access, those fields that are going to participate in the search, and you can have multiple fields participate in the search. That tag property must be available to hold a value so that Simply Search knows that that field is going to be part of the search criteria. If you're still interested, keep watching. I'm going to show you how to add a very sophisticated search engine to your form in less than 3 minutes. Hey, I'm glad you decided to stick around and watch. So, here we go. We're going to try to do this in less than 3 minutes. It might take a little longer with my explanations, but should be pretty close to that. Currently have open the database that we're going to add the searching to, and this is the form that we're going to add the search to. You'll notice that it's got a description field, and it has 6 different memo fields in it and some text fields. And what we'll do is we'll just do the one description field, and maybe if there's time we'll do the others. But this is the form that we're going to add the search to. So the first thing we need to do is we need to bring Simply Search into bring its components into this database. And there's basically 3. In the queries we have a search union that we need to grab. We have a form which has the controls on it that we're going to need to use. And we have the module for Simply Search. And we say, okay, those 3 pieces are imported in. Then we can go ahead and put our form into Design View. And then what we'll do is come to the form Simply Search, which is the one we imported, and we'll bring that into Design View. And on the form we have instructions, and we have the command line that gets used to run the Simply Search. So we will copy these 2 fields, and we'll minimize this for the moment, and we'll come in here onto the form and we'll paste them in, and then we'll position them where we want them on the form, which will be right down in here, and we'll just plunk them in there. Okay, first part is done. The next part has to do with the actual execution. We need to insert the code into the search button that actually does perform the search. So we'll right mouse click on the search button, bring up the form properties, get that back into the window, and we need to add an on-click event. And we're going to use the code builder, and in this event we need to insert some code. Well, what code do we need to insert? The code from the Simply Search screen we had up earlier. And we can come here, click here, and copy this line. Do a Control-C to copy, and then we come back to the job screen and back to the Visual Basic module, and we paste that text in and indent it for nice programmer efficiency. And here where it says your table is where you're going to insert your primary key field. And for this particular form, it's called tbljobs.id, and this is a primary key. It is a singular unique key. So, and that is required. That's the one thing you do need to have, is a singular key. And this key for this particular form is not visible. So we close that. Now that's done, the search is ready to go. The only thing we have left to do is we have to define the fields that we want to search. Well, we want to search the description, and I'm going to hold down on the Shift key, and I'm going to add use access, use Monarch, use Procom, use email, use DOS, add the keywords, and even add the log file to this. And then we right mouse click and look at the properties, and we bring up the properties, and when you go to other, you'll notice at the bottom here we have a field called tag. You put in the word simply search, and what that does is that provides the routines knowing that this field is part of the search criteria and will be searched. So all of the fields are set. So now all we have to do is run it, and let's see if it'll run. Go to View, and what we'll do is we'll pick a word that's right here on the screen already, and we'll take the word script. So we'll type down in here the word script, and we'll type in search, and bingo, there you are. There's a search. It's looked in all of the different fields, all of the fields we have listed, and it has come up with 33 records that are utilizing the word script. When you're done, you finding the information you want, you can close, and you can do another search. We will search for template and do a search on that. And for the most part, this will find records that use Monarch templates, because template is a big word that sits in there, and we have 21 of them. And you can search for any part of words that you want to. We'll do another search just to prove that it's actually looking in the different fields. We'll look for .lnk. Search. And there we have, in the use access field, you'll see that we have 16 of them that execute from a link. And that is how simple and easy it is to add a search criteria, we'll save the form, to any form in Microsoft Access to be able to search memos and text fields. I hope you've enjoyed. I think this has taken a little more than 3 minutes, but I thank you for your patience, and following this there will be another page that will give you information on how you can contact me if you want to receive a copy of this wonderful little tool. Thank you.